Article 16 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, the CCP and Xi Jinping have turned love into a loyalty test. 1. Men and women of full age, without any limitation due to race, nationality or religion, have the right to marry and to found a family. They are entitled to equal rights as to marriage, during marriage and at its dissolution. 2. Marriage shall be entered into only with the free and full consent of the intending spouses. 3. The family is the natural and fundamental group unit of society and is entitled to protection by society and the state. But in China under Xi Jinping, none of this holds true. In today's authoritarian nightmare, marriage is no longer a right, but a privilege granted by bureaucrats loyal not to the law, but to a dictator. In Xi Jinping's China, marriage has been stripped of its humanity and repackaged as an administrative checkpoint. The Chinese Communist Party inserts itself into private relationships, dictating who you may love, when you may marry, and how many children you must produce to serve its interests. If love doesn't align with the CCP goals, it is labeled subversive. Marriage licenses are now tools of surveillance. If one partner has ever expressed political views deemed unacceptable, the couple may find their application mysteriously delayed, or outright rejected. State employees have lost jobs simply for marrying someone politically incorrect. Others are subjected to constant surveillance simply for falling in love with someone from another country. Worse still is how the CCP regime targets families as instruments of punishment. Individuals who dare challenge injustice find their partners harassed, their children denied school registration, their parents visited by the secret police. In Xi Jinping's China, love does not protect you, it implicates you. To marry under Xi Jinping is to make your family hostage to the CCP's whims. In 2021, the CCP regime introduced a divorce cooling-off period, a mandatory 30-day delay after filing for divorce. On paper, it looks like social policy. In practice, it traps people, especially women, in abusive marriages. The law treats individuals not as human beings capable of reason and dignity, but as assets that must be preserved to maintain demographic targets. Xi Jinping's obsession with control extends deep into the womb. Couples are told how many children to have, when to have them, and what values to instill. The CCP propaganda promotes patriotic parenting and family responsibility to the nation, while punishing those who delay marriage or reject parenthood. The message is unmistakable: your body, your love, your choices, all belong to the CCP. This is not mere policy failure. This is not cultural difference. This is cold, calculated oppression. Xi Jinping rules not with law but with decree, not with vision but with paranoia. He fears intimacy, because intimacy cannot be censored. He fears free relationships, because free people might start to imagine a life beyond obedience. Under Xi Jinping, the family is no longer a refuge from the CCP, it has become a frontline in the war for control. It is where control begins and freedom ends. No one voted for this. No one consented to this. And no amount of staged parades, red banners, or hollow slogans can mask the truth: Xi Jinping is not a leader, he is a warden. And his prison walls extend into the bedroom, the heart, and the soul. Until the CCP regime falls, marriage in China will remain what it has become, a loyalty test wrapped in red tape, signed in fear, filed in silence, and enforced by people without conscience.